Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny.
They moving funny.
Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny.
They moving funny.
Ninjas out here moving kinda funny.
They moving funny.
Ninjas out here moving kinda funny.
They moving funny.
Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny.
They moving funny.
Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny now. Ninjas out here moving kinda funny.
Born this thing to change. Bang came with the chain. You get a strike for a stain. You bout to crash out your lane. The umbrella out of the road was culling and know it came with the rain. No letterman, I've been a veteran. Do anything for a name. When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. And when you step foot in that field, make sure you strapping, make sure you got aim. My they shooting to live. I see some they shooting for fame. They don't know that it get real. That's how you end up getting blowed out your brain. The money, the car, the chains, and fame. I give up everything. To see my grandmother, to see my convict on the drug, can't heal all the pain. I get you knocked off of earth. You play with my body, you play with my name. I wear them up like he served. If he looking strange, I pop at his brain. I'm rocking no watch with no diamonds in it. It cost me a ticket, it's plain. I put baguettes in the paddock, what time is it? And it cost me a rose insane. I don't put pics with sticks and that's how them boys get framed. I've been the same since a jit, little bitch. When they see me, they say,
nothing changed but a
take off.
We on your head like a
born this chain to change. Bang came with the chain. You get a strike for a stain. You bout to crash out your lane. The umbrella out of the road was culling and know it came with the rain. No letterman, I've been a veteran. Do anything for a name. When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. And when you step foot in that field, make sure you strapping, make sure you got aim. My they shooting to live. I see some they shooting for fame. They don't know that it get real. That's how you end up getting blowed out your brain. The money, the car, the chains, and fame. I give up everything. To see my grandmother, to see my convict on the drug, can't heal all the pain. I get you knocked off of earth. You play with my body, you play with my name. I wear them up like he served. If he looking strange, I pop at his brain. I'm rocking no watch with no diamonds in it. It cost me a ticket, it's plain. I put baguettes in the paddock, what time is it? And it cost me a rose insane. I don't put pics with sticks and that's how them boys get framed. I've been the same since a jit, little bitch. When they see me, they say,
nothing changed but a
take off.
We on your head like a
What that is, Jazz? What that is right here? Little something. OG Mike.
Hey man, you know it don't
No, we
stop,
do.
man.
It'll never stop, man. We outside, man. You hear?
Welcome to the stream, top of the morning. Ringo TV Reactions. Migos, Entourage, QUAVO, Prince family, allegedly part of the blood sacrifice of rapper TAKEOFF. What we're gonna do is we're gonna examine the entourage, yeah, that's right, the entourage of the Migos and various other details. You know, the night of TAKEOFF's departure
from the land of the living. There was a lot of key information that we have to pay attention to. The cameraman. Yeah. You know, the cameraman was in the SUV, and we had a lot of questions. Who is this guy? Where did he come from? Could he be possibly affiliated with TMZ? Allegedly? Or was he a part of the entourage of the Migos? We will learn as we go.
Hear me, man. Hear me, man.
Notice.
Hear me, man. Take.
Notice how they have your boy Takeoff, smoked out, high as a kite, because they knew what they were gonna do. Yes, indeed, they knew. Pay close attention to details, because when I do my breakdowns, I'm very thorough. The guy in the red hat, remember that. Remember the clues that I show you. The camera guy, the red hat, remember the details. You see, the Migos, they didn't go down there alone. They had an entourage of ninjas. But for some odd reason, nobody was protecting Takeoff. Yeah, that's right. The guy in the red hat, yes, a part of the Migos entourage. But for some odd reason, Takeoff didn't have the protection that night. But the cameraman made sure to film everything. You see, the cameraman have a lot of footage, a whole lot, including the murder. Yeah, that's right. Because the cameraman was filming the whole night. Everything, all the details. That's right. That's right.
Oh.
You see, QUAVO making sure to get his nephew high as a kite. Notice all the SUVs in the front are parked. You see the lights. See, they were all there preparing to go where they had to go. This was a dark night in 5th Ward. That's right. The Migos, multimillionaires, out in 5th Ward. Vulnerable place to be. But for whatever reason, QUAVO led his nephew down the path of destruction. And a lot of times people, they question my tone and my words when I speak of QUAVO. Because I don't trust him. I don't. I have my reasons. It's just something about QUAVO that just don't sit right with me. Now you can be one that agree with him and believe that he's somewhere grieving, but not me. I see a problem brewing, but pay very close attention to details. QUAVO is wearing the red shirt, which represents the blood sacrifice. That's right. QUAVO is wearing red because it represents the blood sacrifice rituals. The brother with the red hat is wearing the red because it's a special occasion. A special occasion for a sacrifice. And a lot of you out there, you're naive to the blood sacrifice rituals because you just want to remain blind. But we're going to open your eyes a little more.
Doing it.
Notice the car color. You see, everything comes in threes. These are the things that I'm trying to show you, that Satan was in Fifth Ward that night, looking for a soul. That's right. That's right. Satan was in Fifth Ward looking for a soul. Jazz Prince, one of the Prince brothers, Mike Prince, all of the Prince brothers were out that night, trick-or-treating. I think they were more or less tricking your boy TAKEOFF into believing that he was safe when he was going to be the treat of the night. That's right. You see, QUAVO should have never brought his nephew there, but he did, because he had his reasons. Yes, indeed, he did.
Man, hear me, man. Take off.
Wow.
Hear me, man. Take.
You see, before you slaughter the livestock, you have to prepare it for the sacrifice. And that's what they did that night. In all sense and purposes, they prepared TAKEOFF for his departure. Now, you may not want to agree. I get it. You don't have to. But when you really look at the points and the purposes for why this man has departed the land of the living, you have to conclude that this was in fact a blood sacrifice ritual. Because even the entourage of the Migos played their part in the cover-up, in the lies, in the fabricating of different stories. That's right. Migo bands, strapped, armed, and ready to go. But his story don't line up. No, it don't. His story does not line up with the truth. Migo bands wanted you to believe that he punched your boy Lil Cam because he felt that he had a gun and he was going to rob QUAVO, but QUAVO was way in the front. But notice, Migo bands had nothing to say in regards to Clark. His eyes wasn't on Clark. He gave the investigators a story to protect himself, because he knew that if he would have said anything further, he would have been implicated in the crime that took place, and he would be going to jail for a long time. So he basically said a story that basically places him at a different place in the murder scene, as if though he was defending something. We have a lot to cover. Yes, indeed.
Oh.
Notice how they getting him high. Very, very high. You see, throughout the night, whether you believe it or not, TAKEOFF was very high. He was. To the point where he wasn't able to decipher a lot of different things. He knew that the place was hot, but he was just hoping that he could get out alive. Because I'm going to tell you straight up and down, even QUAVO knew that the temperature was hot. You see, a place like the dice game at that bowling alley was not a place for a guy like TAKEOFF. He didn't belong there. He was surrounded by wolves in sheep's clothing. He was surrounded by demons, evil men. Men that are looking for some cash, an easy come up, a lick. That's right. Oh, we got a lot to share. That's right. You see, when death comes for you, it comes nice and slow. When you least expect it, it's lurking around the corner, playing peekaboo with you, taunting you. Be very mindful of the things that we will share in this live stream.
Johnny Dang, owner of Johnny Dang Iced Out Jewelry, was
Interesting. The jeweler shop. The entourage of the Migos.
one of the last stops Takeoff would make just hours before the downtown shooting at 810 Billboard and Bowling.
We open late for you because that's a convenient that I always take care of them.
He always take care of them. But notice the entourage of the Migos. You see, the Migos weren't there by themselves. No, they had other ninjas available. We shall see.
Surveillance video from inside.
Surveillance video from inside shows us Migo bands on the chair in the center of the screen. We see QUAVO on the left top side. And we see his entourage coming in. Yes, that's right, his entourage, not mob ties. The Migos entourage of ninjas.
Richmond Avenue store shows Takeoff.
Notice the shirt. Remember that shirt. Yes, remember that shirt. You see the guy with the shirt coming in the white. Yeah, with the blue jeans. Remember him. That's right. Remember the guy in the top center of the screen. Yes. He's wearing a shirt that is black with some sort of evil face. Remember them.
And QUAVO with entourage.
Notice the shirt. Remember the shirt. Remember the shirt. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we have to look deeper to find the clues, to understand the real. Notice, behind Shakur, we see the guy in the same shirt. So he was a part of the Migos entourage. That's right. Yeah. That's right. You see the picture? They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. So when we see these men come into the jeweler shop, these particular men were a part of the Migos entourage. Are you putting together the pieces? You will only find this on Ringo TV Reactions. Now, remember I told you about the guy in the white shirt. Remember? I told you about this guy right here. Yeah. You see that guy? And this guy. They're a part of the Migos entourage. Remember I told you the guy with the white top, with the blue jeans, that's him right there. Yes, indeed. That's right. You see the shirt? Do you see it? That's him right there. So as you can see, we are identifying the entourage of the Migos and how they were on site, on deck when everything went down. So the question that I have for you, how is it that you can have an entourage of men and none of them have come forward regarding the death of Takeoff? Where are they? And why, when everything transpired, none of these men tried to protect Takeoff or subdue the shooter. If you got so many men that are a part of your entourage, surely that's man power. So why there was no power available? Do you follow me? Again, at the scene, we have the Migos entourage being distracted by a phone rather than focusing on protecting the money bag. You see, when you have an entourage, right, you must understand that their job is to basically protect or accompany or surround a very important person. Do you understand me? An entourage is pretty much defined as a group of people attending or surrounding an important person. But they were not surrounding him to protect him. They were just there, but they weren't doing their job. They weren't. And this is why Takeoff was got. Because the entourage wasn't doing their job. You see, the important person that was there was Takeoff. This was not a club. When you have an entourage of men that follow you, they supposed to have your back. At least that's what you would expect of them. But it don't always go down that way, unfortunately. Let's get back to the jeweler shop so we can find out more details about the entourage of the Migos, shall we? Let's get back to the tapes.
Entourage entering the store around 7 p.m. Monday night. Surveillance video from inside Dang's Richmond Avenue store shows
Notice a little close-up of the guy in the white shirt. You see, this was in fact the Migos' entourage, his people, that accompanied him.
Takeoff and QUAVO with entourage.
There you have Takeoff coming into the shop. See, these are supposed to be the people that surround the money bag, but for some odd reason, nobody's surrounded. Takeoff. They don't understand the importance of the money bag. See, if I was down with the Migos and they blessed me to be able to travel with them, and I'm just some regular guy from the hood, and they just kind of let me tag along, I'm gonna make it my job, my importance, my goal is to make sure that they're protected at all costs. Because the only way that I'm able to eat is if I protect the money bag. That's the only way I'm gonna survive. Because here's the thing, if I don't have a 9-to-5, if I don't have a job, and the only source of income I'm able to get is from my travels with the Migos, my job is to make sure that I'm protecting the money bag at all costs. So if Takeoff was deleted at this private party, my question, why none of the Migos' entourage that was there, why none of them has come forward to pretty much share their thoughts on what happened that horrible night?
Entering the store around 7 p.m. Monday night. Surveillance video from inside Dang's Richmond Avenue store shows Takeoff and QUAVO with entourage entering the store around 7 p.m.
Notice this. Notice this. The cameraman. The cameraman is back. And if anybody is caught posting YouTuber names in my chat, you will be blocked. So to the moderators, if you see anybody posting YouTuber names in the chat talking about who's exposing this and who's exposing that, block them. Do you understand me? So Tabrina, you have one pass. If you do it again, you will be blocked. Because I don't fuck with all of those other guys. Because I realize that what's going on YouTube is not exposing anything. It's just a bunch of propaganda that doesn't lead to any justice for Takeoff. If nobody is showing me no love, fuck them. The only name that you can drop in the chat is identical. That's the only name. The only name you are allowed to drop in my chat when referring to content creators that speak on the Takeoff situation is identical. That's it. Anybody else, I don't fuck with them. Do you understand me? Now, let's get back to the video and find out more about the cameraman.
Monday night.
Pay close attention to details. Notice the cameraman. He's filming everything, every detail. So the cameraman has all the footage, including the death of Takeoff. For what purpose, I don't know. Why is this guy filming every detail? What is going on? What was his purpose? What was his purpose? Because he filmed everything, even down to when they were at 5th Ward. That camera have a lot of tapes. He brought a lot of tapes and a lot of batteries with him that night. I'm wondering who that guy is. Who is that guy by name? Who is he? Who is he? You see QUAVO sitting down. You see the bag of money on the table. These are the men that accompanied the Migos on the day Takeoff got deleted. See this? So why those particular men were not available to offer up information regarding who shot Takeoff? If those guys were there and they're a part of the entourage of the Migos, why they didn't offer up any sort of information leading to an arrest of the murderer of Takeoff? Why? Because we see that they were there. We see one here, one here. I don't know who this guy is, but this guy here is a part of the Migos entourage, as well as him. Why their eyes are not open, why their ears are not open. Why is he on a fucking phone? He's supposed to be paying attention to what's going on here. Because Takeoff already knew something wasn't right. And by the looks of Clark's face, he looked like he's sad, like he knows what's about to go down. And Takeoff knows what's about to go down too, because the way he's looking at him, it's like, bro, why you look like that, bro? You look like you seen a ghost. You understand? To the moderators, block the person who said the photo is fake. Just get rid of that person. We don't have time for any of the nonsense. We really don't. And if you don't block them, I will. Because I have no time to play. Because the real truth of the matter is, why are you here? Who sent you? It's interesting how people can come to a live stream and tell you that a photo is fake. A photo is fake, but you're watching my live stream. What that says about you. Why are you here? How much are they paying you? To say something is fake without proving it is foolish. See, the problem is they don't want you, ladies and gentlemen, to know the truth. So mob ties normally have their trolls and demons that walk through these YouTube streets, wasting everybody's time. Why are you watching a live stream of a photo that you believe is fake? And how did you come to that conclusion with no facts? It's interesting. It's interesting how when the truth is out, they say it's fake. But just yesterday, I showed you a whole live stream of me exposing clickbaiters that post nothing but fake videos, and people believe the lies more than the truth. Do you understand? I made a live stream exposing fake content creators that post nothing but propaganda, lies, clickbait videos. And those videos have thousands upon thousands of views. And people are helping to make that particular individual rich with fakery. So why that individual that just came into the chat is not over on that platform telling that person, why are you making fake videos? Think about that. Don't entertain the devil, because he works through many people. Because when the truth is coming out, they don't want you to know the truth. Now, the Migos entourage is clearly visible. This is the same guy, the same exact guy that is in the video. That's right. The same guy. Hair, that's the same guy. With the pants, same guy. This guy is the one that was in the background. But for some odd reason, the trolls said, oh no, that's photoshopped. That's fake. That's fake. But you're watching me. No, you're fake. We're gonna push this truth, and we're gonna wake up the masses. Now, let's move forward and gather more information. Notice the camera guy filming away.
Dang says the two came in to have some pieces.
You see the cameraman? You see him? Notice the guy with the red hat. Remember, I told you, remember the SUV with the red hat? Yes, that's right. That's right. The red hat. He's a part of it. Let me see if I can bring up something else real quick. Let me see. Not that. Yes, this. Now, the guy with the red hat. You see him again. Right here. You see him? Yeah, that's right. He's a part of the Migos entourage. So my question again, with all of those guys accompanying the Migos, why none of them seen anything? So not only did QUAVO not say a word for a whole month and a half, but the entourage haven't said a word in a whole month and a half. You see that? So clearly what we are doing is we are identifying the entourage. Now it's interesting to me how the investigators, that investigated the case haven't put together all these clues so that they can identify the entourage of the Migos so that we can bring them in for questioning, being that they were in attendance at the private party. Surely they seen something. Surely they know who the shooter is. So why they haven't said nothing yet? Oh no, QUAVO haven't said a word. Oh no, he haven't said anything, not yet. He's in hiding. He's in hiding along with the entourage of guys that claim that they love TAKEOFF. They're all in hiding for a month and a half. None of these guys said a word. What's the point of having an entourage if they're all pussy? What's the point? But now here's the thing. Either they pussy or they're a part of the blood sacrifice rituals. Do you follow me? Do you follow me? Let's get back to the tapes.
And look at some other items.
Pause.
Dang says the two came in to have some pieces clean and look at some other items.
So they came in to have some jewelry cleaned. That's what they came in there for. So now we have a guy that entered in. I don't know who this particular individual is, but he's wearing a hat with a C. He's wearing a hat with a C. I don't know who he is. Maybe I gotta look further at more footage. But he's wearing a blue cap with a C. We identified the red cap guy. We seen him in the SUV. We also seen him at the scene where the argument took place. So at 3 different locations, we noticed that the red cap guy is available. We also noticed that the 2 guys, which appeared to have locks, were also at the scene of the murder. But this camera guy, he was in 5th Ward in the SUV. That's right. And he's here in the jewelry shop, again, filming. So what else do he have? And why haven't the Houston PD taken hold of that video camera? I wonder why. It doesn't make any sense. So now, let's check this out. Let's do some math. At the scene of the murder of TAKEOFF, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different guys. 8. You have 8 guys that are a part of the entourage of the Migos. They're all inside of the shop. And all of these guys were at the private party, in attendance, and right there when TAKEOFF was shot. So now my question is, how come none of these men that are a part of the entourage of the Migos, why none of these men have come forward to identify the shooter, the killers, and everybody involved in over a month and a half? Talk to me. Why are all of these men quiet? See, most of you that watch my streams, you know that I'm holding QUAVO highly accountable because he's suspect. But it's not only QUAVO. It's the entire entourage. All of them. None of them has come forward. Not even to give a statement of what they saw. Nothing. No public videos, no live streams, nothing. Nothing. So why are these men so quiet? Migo Bands had a gun on him the whole time. That's right, Migo Bands. Migo bands. Let's talk about Migo bands. Yeah. In the paperwork, we see Migo bands talking about what he noticed. That's right. Let's check out what Migo bands had to say, because it's very interesting to me. But let's take a look at this, shall we? Let's look at this and find out what's going on. Now, I already did a stream with all of this, but we're going to always recap this. There's so much information in the search warrant. Notice this. Willie Bland was interviewed, and he said, who admitted to firing a weapon at the scene. So your boy Migo Bands admitted to firing a weapon, but he ain't fired the weapon at the shooter of Takeoff. He did not. No, he did not. Now, how is it that Migo Bands can have a gun and he shoots his gun not at the guy that's shooting Takeoff? No, he don't do that. He's shooting it somewhere else. How is it if he can see clearly? So none of these guys seen the shooter, but the police is saying that Patrick Xavier Clark was seen on camera shooting in the direction of Takeoff, putting bullets in his head. But Migo Bands wasn't trying to stop the threat at all. I find that suspect. But let's see what he had to say. Who admitted to firing a weapon at the scene, though he said he did not know the caliber of the weapon. Now, what man owns a gun but don't know the caliber of the weapon? Sounds rather suspect, right? Migo Bands stated that he was part of the traveling group. Oh, so Migo Bands said he was a part of the traveling group. Let's see who they are. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the traveling group. That's all of them. You understand? See, here on Ringo TV Reactions, we don't clickbait you. We don't waste your fucking time. What you see in the title is what you get. You get real information. You understand? You get some of the best content on YouTube concerning the Takeoff situation. Some of the best in the game. So now, let's get back to the warrant, because he said that he was part of a traveling group. That's what he said. So now, Migo Band stated that he was a part of a traveling group including Takeoff, QUAVO, and several other individuals. Several other individuals. Right? So it's very evident who the 7 other individuals are. And it's possibly someone out there in a vehicle, or perhaps the guy in the blue hat is the driver. That's why he came in last, because he had to park. Right? Or maybe they all have separate vehicles, because as you noticed in the beginning, there were about 3 SUVs. But we will just assume that he's the driver and leave it at that. Now, back to the warrant. It goes on and it states, several other individuals, and stated that they were visiting local music producer Jazz Prince. So, the Migos and the Entourage was visiting Jazz Prince. So based on what we're looking at, based on the paperwork, based on this alone, it says that they were visiting music producer Jazz Prince. So, is it safe to say that they checked in with Jazz Prince? Now we know that your boy Jay Prince Jr. had the invite list. But they said in the paperwork that they came to visit local music producer Jazz Prince, which included going to a basketball game at a local gym. So when they landed, they visited Jazz Prince, they went to a basketball game at a local gym, and then going to the party at the bowling alley. Migos Bands stated that he had seen two males we had identified as Joshua and Watkins. Now, Joshua and Watkins. Yeah, that's right. Joshua and Watkins. Interesting fellas. Joshua and Watkins. See, Joshua and Watkins is right here. This is Watkins in the white hoodie. Lil Cam, that's Joshua. Are you seeing this? So now, Migos Bands is saying in the paperwork to the investigators that he noticed something about these individuals. That's what he's saying. He said that he had noticed or seen two males we had identified as Joshua and Watkins throughout the evening at both the basketball game and at the bowling alley, and that he had seen them with guns. So Migos Bands is telling the investigators that he saw Lil Cam and Watkins with guns. Migos Bands stated that he was watching them both. He was watching them both. He was watching them both. As you can see based on the photo, because here on Ringo TV Reactions, we're only thoroughly focusing on facts. We don't clickbait you like other YouTubers. We don't have thumbnails showing you one thing, and then when you click on it, you see some idiot talking and he's not giving you no information. No details, no sources, nothing. We focus on receipts and facts. And if we speculate, we make it very clear on what we're doing. If we allege something, we make that very clear for you. Now, Migos Bands is looking at your boy with the white hood, known as Watkins, because he believed that he have a gun. Do you follow me? So now I'm adding pictures to text to make you understand exactly what's going on. Back to the warrant. He said that he was watching them both when QUAVO was arguing with them. See that? Just before the shooting. And as QUAVO turned and walked away. Now again, this is the account of Migos Bands. Migos Bands says he believed that Joshua said something and began pulling a gun. This is his statement to the investigators. So he reached out and punched him. Now this is what Migos Bands is saying. That he reached out and punched him. Now, either Migos Bands is weak, but when you look at Lil Cam is a very small fella, very thin. He's not the kind of guy that can take a punch from Migos Bands. It's just not gonna happen. So we're talking about a young 22-year-old, possibly thin, skinny. We saw him in the courtroom. This guy would not last in prison a day. They would tear him apart. So if Migos Bands punched him in the face or punched him at all, that would have been headline news because your boy Lil Cam would have had some sort of damage on his face. He would have had he would have been knocked the fuck out. Let's just get right to the point. He wouldn't have been able to run back into the bowling alley as seen in the original video of the shooting. We can see that Lil Cam ran back in the room. How could he run back in the room after getting punched in the face? Right? Wouldn't make no sense. He would have been stumbling back in the room, not running back in the room. So something just ain't seeming right to me. Something just ain't right. But let's get back to the warrant. Because again, on many other content creator platforms, they don't read. They just talk. And they don't bring out the details and the information that the public needs to hear. Here on Ringo TV Reactions, we actually read to understand, to find out the facts. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the warrant is facts. Now, let me explain what I'm saying because it just went right over your head. Something can be written down and it could be a lie. And it's truly stated. But that doesn't mean it's a statement of truth. Meaning, Migos bands can give a statement to the detectives or whoever's involved within the investigation. And it could be truly stated that he did in fact state these things in the paperwork. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a statement of truth. Do you follow me? Now, let's get back to his statement. He claimed, and this is Migos bands, he claims that he punched Lil Cam. Migos bands advised that he thought that the males were about to try to rob QUAVO. Now, why would Migos bands think those thoughts of QUAVO possibly being robbed? Because something went down before those thoughts. Something happened within the dice game. Because the way that place looked with all those goons and thugs and shooters, something was bound to happen. But my thing is this. Migos bands was more concerned about QUAVO getting robbed, and he wasn't concerned about TAKEOFF getting robbed. It's just not sitting right with me. So he wasn't concerned about the Migos getting robbed as a whole. He was more concerned about QUAVO getting robbed, which tells me where his love is at. His love wasn't with TAKEOFF. It wasn't. That's right. His love was with QUAVO. Or at least that's what he wants us to believe. Because according to the paperwork, it says that he thought that QUAVO was going to get robbed by Lil Cam and Watkins. So now moving on, it says that Migos band stated that he then shoved the other male. Now, this is not making any sense. This is not making much sense because he first stated that he punched Lil Cam. Then he said he shoved the other male. But what's interesting about this is QUAVO had already walked off already. So how is it that you are punching one guy in the face, shoving another guy, but you had a gun in your hand out the whole time? Let it make sense, people. Let it make sense. Let it make sense. Let it make sense. Right? Now, if you all remember from the footage, your boy Migos bands had a gun in his hand, in his right hand. He had a gun in his right hand. He had his hand on the gun the whole time. So how did he have time to punch Lil Cam in the face? It don't make any sense. And why is it that the investigators and everybody haven't even talked about the videotapes that surface where you see Migo Bands holding the gun and pointing the gun? He didn't point the gun towards the inside of the bowling alley. He pointed his gun straight ahead. So the account doesn't add up. He wasn't pointing it at Lil Cam, and it makes no mention of him taking shots at Clock. So what's really going on? Let's get back to the paperwork. Now, it goes on and it states that he shoved the other guy when he saw him coming towards him and heard gunfire erupt. He said that he heard gunfire erupt around him. Now, it's not making sense because, again, we have to focus on details. Migo Bands is saying that he heard gunshots around him. But if Clock is the shooter, why would he say he heard gunshots around him if Clock is the shooter? Because he just said that he punched Lil Cam. So Lil Cam got punched in the face, allegedly. And then he said he shoved Watkins wearing the white hoodie. And then he said he heard gunshots around him. He's making it appear as if though he just kind of heard them from a distance. But he made no mention that, oh, I seen Clark. He never in the paperwork said that he seen Clark shooting a gun. He never said that. It's interesting to me how Migo Bands have all of these details about Lil Cam and Watkins, but he have no details about Clark. At no point within the paperwork do you hear or see Migo Bands identifying Clark as a shooter. He never did. He never identified Clark as a shooter. He never said anything. He never said, I seen him with a gun. He never said anything. It's nowhere in the warrant. So that means that the Migos entourage is either protecting Clark, a part of the blood sacrifice rituals, and have no interest in TAKEOFF because they're trying to protect themselves. Let's go back to the paperwork. Let's see what we got. Let's go. Again, only on Ringo TV Reactions you will find this kind of breakdown. Nobody else is able to break down this kind of content to you. No one. Only here. So make sure you click that subscribe button now. Let's get back to the paperwork now. It goes on and it says that he shoved the other male when he saw him coming towards him and heard gunfire erupt around him. Migo Bands stated that he believed it was probably Cameron Joshua shooting at him. Now, Migo Bands is standing right in front. Listen, he's standing right in front of Clark. He said that he thought it was Lil Cam shooting at him. But for whatever reason, Migo Bands didn't see Clark holding a gun. Why is Migo Bands protecting Clark? Why is Migo Bands protecting a mob ties affiliate? Why? He's literally omitting information. He is literally omitting information that is clear as day. And yet nobody can see this? Let's go back to the paperwork. Again, we're breaking this thing down so that you can understand everything. Because on YouTube, there's a lot of clickbaits. There's a lot of, people that really don't care about Takeoff getting justice. And they lie to you all day with false information. I get people that send me videos and messages all day, and I ignore all the messages they send because they send me garbage all day. Because they keep getting information from clickbait channels. You have to avoid these type of people, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously. Now, Migos band state that he believed it was probably Lil Cam shooting at him. So he began shooting at Lil Cam, Cameron Joshua. So he told the investigators that he started to shoot. He started shooting. Now think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about this. I already covered the full review of the search warrant. In the search warrant, it says that they only found one shell casing from a 9mm, which is allegedly the gun that Migos Bands was shooting. Now, how is it that they were only able to find one shell casing when in text, right in the writing, your boy, Migos Band said he began shooting. Right? See, if I punch somebody, that's one. But if I'm fighting, are y'all trying to understand? See, if I punch somebody in the face, that means that I punched them one time. But if I'm fighting, that means I am doing more than just throwing one punch. I'm throwing punches, I'm kicking, I'm elbowing, I'm doing everything. So if somebody is shooting, right? They didn't just bust one shot. They bust multiple shots. But the Houston PD and the investigators claim that they only have one shell casing from a 9mm. That doesn't add up. It doesn't add up at all. It's not making any logical sense. Because he's stating that he began shooting at Cameron Joshua. So let me get this straight. At close proximity, he's shooting at Cameron, right? But Cameron don't have a gun shooting at him. So why is it that Migos Bands is not arrested and charged with attempted murder? How come? How come he's not charged with anything? I mean, if you just admitted to shooting at a man and the man didn't have a gun shooting at you, you only thought that he had a gun. So that means you shooting at a man at close range and you didn't even hit him. At close range, you didn't even hit him. But Clark is allegedly the man that's charged with the murder of Takeoff, and you had no time to notice that that man was killing Takeoff so that you can direct your gun in his direction? You really want us to believe that, Migos Bands? Are y'all trying to understand what's going on here? Because this is crazy. This is really crazy. Let's see what else it got. Let's look at more of this and find out more. Let me see where I'm at. Okay. Basically, they observed the surveillance videos, recordings described above, that at the time of the shooting appears to start, Joshua ran back inside the bowling alley and that he was armed with a gun. Now, the investigators are saying that Lil Cam was armed with a gun, but Lil Cam wasn't shooting at nobody. That's what they're not saying. They're not saying that he was shooting. Why? Why? Could it be that Lil Cam was shooting? Allegedly. And the only reason why they're saying that he wasn't shooting because the gun don't belong to him, but actually belong to one of the Prince brothers, allegedly. And that is why they allegedly paid for all of his attorneys to clear his name of all the gun charges, because they know that those charges and those guns come back to the Prince family, and they covered it all up. Because why would Migos bands be shooting at a man that didn't even point the gun at him to shoot him? And why is Migos bands free and not arrested? I mean, anybody that's busting guns on the night of a murder is supposed to be arrested as well. No questions asked. But for some odd reason, it appears as if though Migos bands is working with them boys, talking to the police and protecting mob ties. That's right. So now it goes on and it says at the scene of the investigation that 3 gunshots were fired into the bowling alley. Well, if 3 gunshots were fired into the bowling alley, where are the 3 shell casings? You see, this is where it's just not adding up. Because if you followed the stream that I did the other day where I broke down all the other details, they said that they only found 1 shell case from a 9mm, not 3. Now, either they're just not doing their job, they're sloppy, or they're just too lazy to look for the other 2 shell casings, because according to what they have wrote down in this paperwork, it says that 3 gunshots were fired into the bowling alley, right? They believe these bullets are consistent with having been fired by Migos bands based on his movements and positioning. In your opinion, these shots could not have caused the injury to the deceased victim. So basically what they're trying to do is clear Migos bands from any involvement of possibly allegedly murdering Takeoff. But in the beginning, when Takeoff originally died, there was rumors going around that one of the Migos' own people allegedly shot him on accident. How many of y'all remember those words that was published in the beginning of the month of November, somewhere around in that week? They were publishing statements and text messages and screenshots of someone that went around sharing that one of the Migos Entourage members allegedly shot Takeoff on accident. That's what they said. That's what they published online. So what they're doing right here essentially is clearing Migos bands from any involvement. That's what they're doing. They're clearing him. So the whole time, Migos bands is shooting at Lil Cam while Clark is open shooting Takeoff, but Migos bands didn't see Clark shooting anyone. Isn't this amazing? You would think that you would hear Migos bands saying, hey, I seen Clark raise a gun pointing it at Takeoff and I opened fired at him. But no, we don't have that testimony. Why? 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 Because this is one big cover-up of the blood sacrifice rituals, ladies and gentlemen. That's why. Now, it goes on and it says that 3 gunshots were fired into the bowling alley. They believe the bullets are consistent with having been fired by Willie Bland, Migos bands, based on his movements and positioning. In your opinion, these shots could not have caused injuries to the deceased victim or the living victims due to the shooting angle. So basically what they're clearing Migos bands of is any possible shooting of Takeoff and the other 2 individuals that was shot that the news media totally ignored. We don't know their names. We don't know their identities. We don't even know the severity of their injuries, nor have we received any public statements from said individuals. They're ghosts as far as we're concerned. Again, you will only get this kind of content on Ringo TV Reactions. Only Ringo TV Reactions. Now, they want you to believe that Mr. Clark, that's right, Patrick Xavier Clark, allegedly shot 3 people. That's what they're essentially saying. So they want you to believe that Migos bands had no involvement with shooting Takeoff or anybody else. They also cleared Lil Cam of shooting anybody. They also cleared your boy Watkins of shooting anybody. And they put everything on the fall guy, Patrick Xavier Clark. That's right. Patrick Xavier Clark. So they want you to believe that Mr. Clark allegedly pointed his gun at Takeoff, a woman, and another dude, and was just shooting them down. And you mean to tell me, while 3 people is getting gunned down, Migos bands is standing right there, mind you, but he didn't see anything. Let that make sense? Let it make sense. Migos bands didn't see nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing that Migos bands is right in front of Clark, but he didn't see nothing, nor did he give a statement that, yes, I seen Clark shooting Takeoff. At no point is there any public record, any paperwork of Migos bands confessing that he seen Clark shooting Takeoff. There is no reports of that. But for some odd reason, Migos bands have so much to say regarding Lil Cam and Watkins. Why? Because Migos bands is a part of the blood sacrifice ritual and a part of the cover-up. Yes, he's a part of it. There is no way that we can look at Migos bands and think that he is official in terms of protecting Takeoff. He stood by and allowed it to go down. You understand? He stood by and allowed it to go down. Why he's not telling the police, yeah, I saw Clark. Yeah, I saw him. He ain't even made that statement. Why? Why? He's busy snitching on Lil Cam and Watkins. Notice this, ladies and gentlemen. Notice this. Let me go back to the warrant. Notice this. In the search warrant, right? We could clearly see up here, Bland basically said that he thought that QUAVO was going to get robbed, right? He thought that QUAVO was going to get robbed, and he thought that both Lil Cam and Watkins had a gun. That's what he said. He said that he thought they had a gun. He said Joshua said something and began pulling a gun. This is what Migos band said. So the whole time everything is transpiring while Takeoff is dying, taking his last breath, Migos bands only notice that Lil Cam and Watkins had a gun. But he did not notice that Clark have a gun pointing right at Takeoff's head. He didn't notice that part. He didn't notice that, right? Now again, ladies and gentlemen, for the record, I, Ringo TV, do not know who killed Takeoff. I don't know. I cannot publicly say who killed him with a gun. I don't know who did that. Because Clark could be the fall guy who's taking the rap. Either he was paid or he's being set up and the Houston PD is involved in it, as well as other individuals that were there that night. Do you understand? So, that being said, the only way that we can identify Clark as the shooter who killed Takeoff is we will have to see the footage. There's no other way around this. I deal with facts. I don't deal with gossip. I don't deal with what, so-and-so said. I don't deal with clickbait. I don't deal with all of that stuff. I don't want to allege he killed him. I don't want to waste my time believing a lie. I need to see the video footage that shows this man killing Takeoff. That is the only thing the public need to see. You understand? That's the only thing we need to see is the footage. Now, this particular screenshot was originally shared on social media by Identical. And it's clear that this came from an actual video and somebody just made a screenshot. It's an hour and 17 minutes and 46-second video. Ain't no telling what's on that video that we need to see. Because the Houston PD is not showing us the footage. And as you can see from this thing, there's a camera right here. There's actually two cameras on the opposite side of where Takeoff got deleted. There's two cameras over there. And then there's other cameras that's on the ground floors. It's just that you're unable to see them. But they're there. I've already pointed them all out in the walkthrough video stream that I did, I believe, last week or the week before. I'm not sure. I did many videos covering the Takeoff case, right? So now let's complete the warrant, and then we're going to get into the rest of this particular video because we're only 6 minutes in the video. It's a 23-minute video that I'm reacting to. So we have a lot more information to share with you. Now, we can see that Migos Bands was talking to the investigators, throwing Lil Cam and Watkins under the bus, but he never said anything about Clark, which is very telling to me. Very, very telling. He had nothing to say about Clark. I find that very suspect. If this man is involved, is actually the killer, and he was charged with murder, why didn't Migos Bands share this? And where are the other individuals that are supposed to be a part of the entourage? Why is it that all of those men that were there during Takeoff's death, why all of those men that are a part of the entourage of the Migos who traveled with them, why none of them have any public statements in over a month and a half? Why? Why? You see what I'm saying? And this is why I question QUAVO. And people keep getting upset with me, not realizing that this is a very dirty, dirty thing they did to your boy Takeoff. They murdered him in cold blood, and then they buried the truth. And all of them are in hiding and making alleged fake stories to the investigators to save themselves from a RICO. That's right. That's right. Now, let's get back into the warrant and kind of finish this up and move on with the video. Now, we know what Migos Bands had to say regarding the gun and all this other stuff. It goes on here and it says that Bland saw the movements and the positioning. I mean, his movement and positioning. So they're basically clearing him, right? They're clearing him from any involvement of hitting Takeoff or the woman and the other man in whom we still don't know their identity because the news media totally ignored them. And it's crazy because they're victims too. Why is it that the news media has ignored the other two individuals that got shot besides Takeoff? Why has the media ignored them? Why? I mean, they were victims too. Weren't they hurt? Weren't they shot? Where were they shot? Why we have no information about them, their names, their identity, and so forth, and why we have no public statement from them, and why no news station haven't interviewed them. We see in the Shanquella's case, they interview the father, they interview the mother, they have the family members on camera. Well, if someone is a survivor from a shooting as, horrible as a situation that happened with Takeoff, you would think that the news media would want to get a hold of the other two victims involved with the shooting so that they can interview them. This is how you know it's one big cover-up. This is how you know that the Houston PD is dirty. This is how you know that the mayor is dirty. It's one big cover-up. Because just by this live stream, I am dropping bombs. Nothing but facts. A lot of logic and everything else that is needed. So why is it that these professionals who are investigators who get paid top dollars, how come they didn't use all their resources to gather the truth? You see that? Now, it goes on and it says that based on his positioning and his angles, he had no involvement in the other parties that got injured, right? Or shot. In my opinion, the video evidence support Bland's statements regarding his actions before, during, and after. So basically, the investigators cleared his name. Why? Because Migo Bands, listen, Migo Bands is allegedly a part of mob ties. Bars. That's right. Because his name was cleared. That's why they said, in my opinion, the video evidence supports Migos Band's statements regarding his actions before, during, and after. That is a clear indicator of when somebody's name was cleared and you won't ever hear about them again. So he gets to go home and go to sleep. You see that? Sad, right? But that's exactly how they do people when it comes to this dirty game in the music industry. It's very, very dirty. Very, very dirty. We're going to come back to this later on, where we're going to read the top portion of this. Very, very interesting information. We're going to come back to this later. We want to get back to the video so that we can bring out more information for you, the viewing audience. Now, let's get back to the tapes.
Dang says the two came in to have some pieces cleaned and look at some other items.
You see all of the different individuals of the entourage is inside of the jeweler shop. The red hat guy, the camera guy. As you can see, they're all there. They're all in the house. Red hat man, cameraman. This guy that's in the corner, he's in the video, seen in the leaked photo. Yeah, that's him. That's him right there. You see that? That's him. You take this off, that's him right there. Right? This guy that's over here, we already identified him. He's the guy that's back here in the white shirt. So the Migos entourage was there. And for whatever reason, none of them seen anything. All of them have amnesia. They forgot. Their eyes, they have gone blind. None of them seen anything. Now, from all those different angles, all of those men were there. Why is it that none of them has come forward to say, hey, I seen Clark shooting Takeoff, if they supposed to be a part of the Migos entourage? Why none of them came forward? You know why? Because they're all down with the blood sacrifice rituals. They're all a part of it. And they are allegedly a part of the cover-up. That's right. I know it's difficult for a lot of you to understand, but we have broken this thing down very clear for you. There is no way that all of these individuals were right there when Takeoff died and none of them seen the shooter. That's virtually impossible. All of them were in attendance and they saw but none of them identified Clark as the shooter. Why? Migo Bands had a clear eye. That's right. Migo Bands, your boy, had a clear eye right there. He's looking at Clark. He's looking at the white hood guy. He's looking at Lil Cam. He's looking at everything. So why is it that Migo Bands didn't notice who's the shooter of Takeoff? And why did all the other Entourage guys, why they didn't notice who's the shooter? How come? How come? Remember that scene right there. We see Takeoff right there. We see him. Notice the guy with the red hat. Again, the guy with the red hat is right here. See him? And he's also here. So he was there. Not only him, but your boy Shakur. You see the blue hat? Yeah. The blue hat represents Shakur. Shakur was there. You see him? Again, only on Ringo TV Reactions do we provide you the best content regarding the situation. The best. Right? So we see that your boy Shakur. That's right. Your boy Shakur was there, the famous boxer. Yeah, that's down with mob ties. He was standing right next to Takeoff. So you're going to tell me he didn't see who the shooter was? He didn't see nothing, right? Nobody seen anything. Everybody got amnesia, right? Wow. Amazing, isn't it? So when you see that little blue cap, understand, when you look at this part right here, that's your boy with the blue cap. Yeah, that's Shakur. He's right next to Takeoff. You understand? Now notice back here, you see that hat? Yeah, that's Migo Bands. Right back there? That's right, fam. That's Migo Bands right there. Yeah, that's Migo Bands. That's right. That's right. That's Migo Bands. A lot of people don't understand this, but I'm trying to keep it a buck with you. Let me open this up a little bit more. Right? You see that? Again. And that's the sister that got them cheeks right there. You already done know. Well, let's get back to the video. We don't want to joke around, but we have to add some humor into this because it's very, very serious. But at the same time, let's get back to the facts. Now, if you notice, Migo Bands is the one with the black cap. Yeah, that's right. Migo Bands. Entourage member holding the gun. He's right there. So if Migo Bands is right there and Clark is right here, how could Migo Bands not notice that he's pointing a fucking gun at Takeoff's head? How he ain't noticed that? They covered it up, fam. They covered it up. Migo Bands is down with mob ties, fam. And QUAVO down with them too. I don't care how you feel about that, fam. We could agree to disagree. But at the end of the day, nobody could deny these facts, bro. These men are looking eye to eye at each other. How in the world could Migo Bands not see another man pointing a gun right at Takeoff's head? And he ain't do nothing about it? So you mean to tell me Migo Bands have a burner, he see Clark, but he don't do nothing about it? He just let him empty his gun. Because based on the data and the facts, it said that there was 9 shell casings from a .40 caliber gun. 9. So you mean to tell me that Clark allegedly had the drop on Takeoff and was able to let off 9 shots in his direction, allegedly hitting 3 people, 1 including Takeoff, a woman and a man, and the whole time that people are being shot, your boy, Mr. Migo Bands, is right here, and he did nothing about it. But in the so-called warrant, he's busy talking about Lil Cam and Watkins. Let that make sense. You don't see the cover up? See, We're breaking this thing down for you so that you can understand in details, because you're not going to get this kind of breakdown nowhere else. We are 100% thorough with our breakdowns. You understand? 100%. This is why you need to share these videos. You need to share these videos with others, because we're not a clickbait channel. A lot of you folks that are in the clouds, you've been to various YouTubers and they have clickbaited you. You watched their videos, you thought you were going there to hear some information, and you didn't get nothing. They lied to you. Over here, we do not do that. Now, let's get back to the information at hand. So we see Migos Bands was there. We see Clark, right? Clark did not have no wine bottle in his hand, ladies and gentlemen. Clark had no wine bottle in his hand. You see his hand? There's no wine bottle in his hand. There's no wine bottle in his hand. So how could he have a gun in his hand if he had just a t-shirt and he had nothing there? Because remember, Migos Band's account in the paperwork state that he saw Lil Cam with a gun and Watkins with a gun. He made no mention of seeing a gun on Clark. You understand? He have nothing there. Look, there's no bottle in his hand. I keep seeing them damn cheeks, bro. Damn cheeks, man. But notice, you have these other individuals over here. You have this woman over here with the devil horns. Is it possible that she was allegedly shot? I don't know. Because again, the news media did not release any information about the other two people that were allegedly shot. We have nothing to substantiate those points on their names, identity, race, religion, whatever they deal with, because they haven't even interviewed them. Normally, when there are survivors, we interview them. Why there were no interviews? Because this is a cover-up. You understand? QUAVO is right there. Why nobody can't see? QUAVO is right there. You don't see the guy with the locks? Like, come on, people. Y'all gotta, listen, fam. Y'all gotta be in the now, fam. Like, seriously. Are y'all watching clickbait material, or are y'all in class to learn? You don't see that your boy is right there in front? You don't see him right there? Well, where's QUAVO? Where's QUAVO in all this? He's right there in the front. He's right there. You can't see? Like, seriously. He's right there, right in front of your face. You see? You could even see Mike Prince's hat. You could see everything right there. They're all there. They're having the argument. That's right there in front of your face. You understand? Same thing that you see here. Just different angle. Same thing there. Different angle. Same thing there. Different angle. Same thing there. Different angle. Do you understand? Now, when you look right here, you clearly see TAKEOFF is right there in the corner. And you see QUAVO right there. So if you see QUAVO right there, and you see TAKEOFF over here, then when you go back to the other image, let me go back to it real quick. I done lost where I was at. Let me see. Oh. Let me see, where is it? I done lost which photo is which. Now I'm gonna have to start over. Let me see. Oh, here we go. This one, that's that photo, right? So now we got this one. Where's the one with the girl? Oh boy, where's the damn photo? I done lost my train of thought. Let me see. It's not that one. Let's see, you got that one, you got the warrant, got this one. Okay, now, QUAVO is right here, just in case nobody is understanding what's going on. You understand? Either this is him or he's here, because we know this is Mike Prince right here, because Migos Bands is right there. You understand? They're right there. And we know that TAKEOFF was right next to, a little bit away from QUAVO. This is where everything is going down. You understand? So how is it that this guy was able to pull out a gun? How was he able to just pull out a gun and aim it at TAKEOFF's head? And none of these people see anything. For a month and a half, nobody went live. Nobody said, hey, I don't want to be in jail. I know who shot TAKEOFF. Nobody said nothing. You see what I mean? This is crazy. This is really crazy, fam. But let's get back to the video. Find out what we got. We got a lot to share. Let's go.
Dang says the two came in to have some peace.
You see the shirt? You see the shirt, fam? You see the shirt? This guy here? See the pants? If you notice that your boy QUAVO was wearing a similar type of pants. I don't know the brand of the pants, but they probably all shopped at a similar location and got dressed up, right? But that's the same particular guy that is here. You see? Same guy. So he's a part of the Migos entourage. Back to the video.
This is clean. And look at some other items.
You see the camera guy filming, the white guy? Filming away. We got the red hat guy. Now, I do not know who the guy is with the blue C hat. I don't know who he is. I have to get more footage and find out who that is. They all went to the shop to clean some jewelry. You know, clean the bling bling so that they can head off.
OG Mike, hey man,
the
you
other
know what
place.
we do. Don't never stop, man. We outside, man. You hear?
Now again, that's the camera guy. You see that? We seen Mike Prince. He just at the beginning part of the clip, but the camera guy is everywhere filming, so he has all the footage. That's right. Let's get back to the tapes.
Hear me, man. Hear me, man.
See how they got him high?
Hear me, man. Take.
They got him high as a kite, fam. High as a kite.
Oh. Doing it, man. Hear me, man. Take. Oh.
Yeah. They filming him all day. So that camera right there needs to be seen.
Around 7 p.m. Monday night. Dang says the two came in to have some pieces clean and look at some other items.
Of course, man, I was so sad. Right here, I just stand right here. If you can see, be able to see video, he just sat right there on Monday night.
Hey, situations like that happen all the time. With a show of a one in the chat, have you ever talked with somebody that you know? I'm talking about you in the hood, suburbs, wherever. I don't care where you at, right? And you was talking to somebody that you knew, or somebody that you knew from the neighborhood, and they died. You just finished talking to them. You just finished talking to them. I'm talking about, yo, I was just talking to bruh. I just dapped bruh up at the store. I just saw him, bro. Yo, I just say, yo, what up, fam? And dude dead the next 10 minutes. See all the ones? We all been there. We all seen stuff like this happen. Isn't it crazy when it happened, bro? Yo, I've been in situations like that where about 7 different dudes, man, call up, bro, man. Yo, what up, fam? Yo, you gonna be there later on? Yeah, I'm gonna be there. That was the last phone call I seen or heard from dude. Soon as we got to the spot, yo, you heard what happened? What? So-and-so he dead, bro. What? I was just talking to him early. I told him he was gonna be here. What the hell happened? Nobody don't know what happened. Everything quiet. So the jeweler guy, Johnny, is basically saying, look, he was just here. I don't know what happened, but yo, it's crazy. He's gone.
Police say the rapper was shot and killed after an argument broke out at the bowling alley rented out for a private party.
Rented out for a private party. So it was rented out. So somebody spent big money. If it was rented out for a private party, ain't no telling what else was rented out. In other words, turn them cameras off. Turn them cameras off. We about to do something tonight. Because if I'm spending all this money to rent out this spot hey, I want them cameras off. Security, hey, y'all don't know nothing, y'all ain't see nothing.
Early Tuesday morning. Dang says Takeoff and members of the Atlanta-based group Migos.
You see, Takeoff was chilling, laying in the cut, minding his business. Why would anybody want to harm him? There's a lot of dudes out here that could get got because they shiesty, they dirty, they done a lot of evil. You know what I mean? And you wouldn't even care if they got. But when an innocent man loses his life, and you know he was never in no beef, never played the role of a thug, never had no industry beef, you never heard Takeoff involved in anything. And I'm talking about some dirt, you know? He might have been to court for some weed or some nonsense, but that's nothing. You know what I mean? I'm talking about real beef. You never seen him in no involvement. Never seen him talking about he's gonna pull out the choppers on anybody. You never heard him talking like that. He just did his music. That's it.
Always showed love when in Houston.
But they keep buying it, you know, whenever they go to Houston, it just...
Wow, isn't this amazing? You see, he's shaking Johnny's hand because they're about to spend some money. And the thing is, they always spend money over there, you know? But those are supposed to be the entourage, fam. So if anything, they're supposed to have your back. Matter of fact, your entourage supposed to be strapped. Your entourage supposed to all have guns. Now, don't think that Johnny's people that are in the shop are dumb now. They not dumb. Why you think they got dude post up? They got him post up here, and they got this dude post up here. If you think that Johnny is dumb, he's not dumb. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. These guys that are post up, trust and believe these guys got guns. Trust and believe me. They got guns, these guys. Johnny have them post up just in case anything. Yeah, you might be the Migos, I get it, y'all spend money, but hey, I'm not stupid. Johnny is not dumb. He got his men post up. And trust and believe, there's most likely some other guys that are on the outside that they already done called up and said, hey, I need some shooters to be up outside post up just in case somebody tries something. Because we have a bunch of guys in our shop, a bunch of ninjas. So don't think for a minute that Lil Johnny, you know what I mean, is gonna get caught slipping. Nah, they be strapped as well. Trust and believe their shooters is outside waiting. I just thought I'd throw that out there because a lot of times people think that because dude is Asian or whatever the case is that he gonna get caught slipping. No, you running a big business like that with millions of dollars of jewelry and all sorts of stuff, fam, you better have burners, you better have guns and shooters on deck, period. Let's go. So you see by the photo, these guys were there, the entourage. They were all there. See this? Red Hat Man, Shakur was there. Migo Bands is in the background right there. You see that? Clark is right here. You see these images? Yeah, that's right, Shakur. Everybody was there. Let's go back to that clip. See this clip again. You see that? Shakur took a photo with the brothers, but his face is vexed up. See that? He looked like he knows something about to go down. He knows something's about to happen. Sad situation, right? Let's go. And see, Shakur, he went right back to boxing as usual. He act like he forgot about TAKEOFF. See, Shakur got no love for TAKEOFF, none whatsoever. He left that whole party, went back to his boxing stuff and did his little interview. I made videos about that already. I made a video stream about his first public interview and he never mentioned nothing about TAKEOFF. And the people that were interviewing him didn't even say, hey, brother, are you okay? I know you were there at the private party. They didn't even mention it. You know why? They don't want no dirt on Shakur's name. You see how people do you when you die? Ladies and gentlemen, we have 924 people in the building. I would really appreciate it if you click that like button. But I got to tell you something. I need for you all to get something from this particular stream. If there's anything you could get from this stream today, I want you to get this. So pay attention. You're alive right now. There are people all around you. You think you're cool with them. I'm here to tell you, I know this may sting. The majority of the people that are around you, that see you every day, I'm talking about people on your 9 to 5, initial family members, they see you all the time. The people that see you all the time that are right around you, they don't give a fuck about you. Let that marinate. If you were to die today, they will forget about you by the end of the month. So stop living your life for them. Live your life for you. Live your life for what you do best, not for them. I'm serious. Just because they know you, just because y'all break bread and talk and fellowship, that does not mean they really care about you from the heart, fam. It doesn't mean they care about you from the heart. You'd be surprised. The people that actually care about you a lot of times be the people that are far off that you would never expect it from. Facts. You see what I mean? The people that normally got love for you be the people that you least expect it from. But the people that you really believe are in your corner. Yeah, man, so-and-so, yeah, that's my brother, man. He would never turn against me. Bro, I'm here to tell you, the dude that you vouching for the highest be the dude that will either line you up, set you up, tell your secrets to others about, or they wouldn't even attend your funeral. So, that being said, go out there and live your life. And don't live it for people. Do not live it for people. Live your life for you and your family and the ones that are really rocking with you. Because at the end of the day, I'm telling you, the same way TAKEOFF was lined up, the same way the Entourage totally ignored all the information. They didn't see the signs. They didn't pay attention to nothing. It's the same way the people that are around you will do you. I'm serious. Be very mindful of that. And when you gotta travel, bruh, when you gotta travel, sis, pray. Pray about it. Pray before you leave that you have a safe return. You understand? Let's get back to the video because it's crazy.
Whenever I go to Houston, you just stop by, hanging out, and buy some new stuff.
Describing 28-year-old TAKEOFF as a soft-spoken guy who always kept to himself.
Always kept to himself. Soft-spoken, always kept to himself. But look how they did him dirty. And look at how the Entourage forgot about him. Look at how the Entourage ain't doing nothing in support of his justice. Notice that. These are the people that are close to him, mind you. And they have done nothing for his justice. Nothing. They're not interested in that. Isn't that amazing? Let's go.
TAKEOFF is the one, is very, very quiet, so nice. I've been around with...
Facts. Prayer is mandatory. That's true. You have to. If you know you're traveling somewhere, you know you got to do something really important, you're going out of town, you got to pray about that. You know what I mean? You got to pray about that. You got to make sure that it's safe. Everything is good. You know what I mean? Make sure you got people that's going to look out for you. And it got to be, official people. You just can't have anybody there. You can't trust nobody. I keep telling people, man, learn how to roll solo and learn how to vet people. I don't trust nobody. That's just the way I am. I've always been that way since I was a little kid. I don't trust nobody. I can't put trust in man. Can't do that. I can only put my trust in God. That's it. Bars. You understand? Let's get back to the video. Let's go.
Them so many times.
He says the loss has been devastating for the hip-hop community.
How was it devastating for the hip-hop community when the hip-hop community didn't do nothing for Takeoff's justice? They didn't do anything. What did the hip-hop community do to fight for Takeoff's justice? The music industry is silent concerning Takeoff's death. Your boy Offset recently did some performance somewhere. He went back to business as usual. Totally forgotten. Takeoff has been forgotten. Literally. If the music industry really cared, trust and believe, they would have got justice for this man in the same week that everything happened. They didn't care because they know what it's about. And I know a lot of people may disagree with me, but these blood sacrifice rituals are real.
Losing, lost one of the member like Takeoff is a very big loss.
Now check this out. Check this out, fam. We're at the dice game. That's right. The dice game. That's right. The dice game. Yeah. You see, at this dice game, they had a lot of goons. Check it out. Mob ties. Yeah. Mob ties. Did that look familiar? Oh yeah. That's right. Interesting, right? All the key players. See that kind of room? This is where QUAVO took his nephew into the house of Satan. He brought his nephew around shooters, goons, mob tie affiliates, shooters, sharks, snakes. That's where QUAVO took his nephew, put him in a bad space. Very, very bad space. You had a lot of ninjas in attendance. Yes, indeed. Wow. Amazing, right? Amazing. That's right. You see Mike Prince? That's Mike Prince right here. That's Mike Prince. Now, this particular person right here, I cannot say for certainty that it's J. Prince Jr. I don't know because the person has paint on their face. It could be maybe someone that have more of a like if you're able to identify him with that facial makeup stuff on, maybe you can help out. Because again, I don't know it all. I don't know it all. But judging by the jewelry and the chain, judging by that chain, that is the same chain that your boy, Junior, always wear. That chain says it all. So I'm going to say allegedly, just for the video. But my believer in me is saying that that's Junior. Because I know the chain. He wore the same chain when Duke the Jeweler was rolling dice. And they deleted Duke the Jeweler. And that's the same exact chain. Right? We got more. Let's go. We got more. We bring out the details. Let's go. You see that? QUAVO, right there. This is QUAVO. You see him? QUAVO there gambling all his money away amongst the goons. And we could clearly see that this is Mike Prince because he had the same sweater on that he had when he was outside when they were in 5th Ward and they were there where the SUV was with Jazz Prince in the red car and everything else. So we know that that is Mike Prince right here and we got QUAVO right here, right? Let's break it down. Let's go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. That's right. We got your boy. We got your boy, QUAVO. That's right. That's right. QUAVO. Gambling. That's right. We got footage. Yeah. Footage. Look at the goons behind him. Look at the goons. Look at the goons plotting. Look at them plotting, bruh. I'm telling you. Look at this. Look at QUAVO's face. He just lost money right there. You see that little facial expression? He just lost money. He just lost money. Check it out. Now check out Mob Ties. Check it out. Right there. Boom. Check it out. This would be the guy that the camera was facing with the chain, which would be J. Prince Jr. Do you see that? I'm going to say allegedly. I'm just going to say allegedly. Right? But we know this is Mike Prince. Clearly, that's Mike Prince. And we know that's QUAVO. Same shirt, same pants. But check out the goons. Check out the goon. He's sizing up QUAVO. He's looking at QUAVO's shoes. He's looking at QUAVO's jewels. Got this other cat behind him. Bam. This is not a good spot to be in. It's not a good spot to be in. Look at them. Look how they talking. You see that? You see how they talking? You see that? Look at how the goons in the background is talking, fam. You see that? They already plotting, bro. They already plotting. See how Mike Prince is, fam? They already done plotting, bro. Imagine you a rapper worth millions and you in a hood gambling game putting your life at risk. Doesn't make any sense, fam. Look at them plotting, bro. See that? Look, he lost money. Boom. Look at the background right there. Check it out. Somebody else. Mob Ties. So Mob Ties was all in attendance in that place. That's right. Had a lot of people up in there. A lot of people. It's interesting how the news media don't show you none of these things. The news media don't give you nothing. They just kind of leave you in the dark. Right? It's crazy, right? It's roller tapes. See that? Money. Now, who this dude right here? Who this dude? Because he's next to what appears to be J. Prince Jr. And everybody's gambling. And then you got the goons over here. QUAVO is surrounded by sharks. And all the while, where's TAKEOFF in the cut? Oh, we got more. We got more, fam. We got more. Make sure y'all get the likes up on the video, fam. We got 1,000 in the building. Let's get them likes up, fam. Let's get them likes up. Support the stream. Share the video. Right? Let's get down to business. Get to work. Only on Ringo TV Reactions. Let's go. So you see QUAVO doing his thing. Now you see Mr. Mask, the devil. You see this? I'm telling you, fam. Death is right there. Death. Why would this man bring his nephew to that environment? Why would men that got money want to go to the hood? Why? It's even like that with women. You have some women that they live in the suburbs, suburban neighborhood, clean, everything is nice. You don't see dirt, you don't see thugs, you don't see nothing. But these type of women that have a good upbringing, mom and dad, and they would rather go to the hood to find a Pookie and Ray Ray to sleep with. They don't even want to get with a guy that's in their community because they look at him as a lame. They rather go to the hood to get a thug. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why when people say, oh, there's some good women out there. No, there aren't. There are no good women out here. Good women normally go get with Pookies and Ray Ray, get their back blown out, have 2-3 kids, and then by the time they 35, 40, that is when they want a good man. Bars. I don't want to hear none of them lies. The only time a woman want to be good is after she done been dealt with Pookie and Ray Ray and destroyed her life. Now she want a good man. But when she's young in her prime and she's a so-called good girl, she normally go get with a goon. Goons always get first dabs. That's just the way it goes in these streets. And all of these ladies in the clouds, they know it's real. If you ask them who you lost your virginity by, it's not by a good guy. No, it's by a thug. It's by a goon. Her first and second baby came from a goon, a killer, a drug dealer. Facts. Bars. Feel me? And the only time they want that good man is after they had 2 to 3 kids and she's pushing 40 and her sexual marketplace value has dropped down and she realized she can no longer play the field. Now that's when she want to hit you up on Instagram talking about, hey, how you doing? That's when she want you to be the stepdaddy. Don't get it twisted. All of those young ladies that you saw up in that video, all the young ladies, listen fam, y'all think this is a game. I'm telling you, all these women, where they at? All these women that you see here, right? All these women, right? All of these women most likely live in a nice area, but guess what? They want to be around the goons and the thugs. That's where they want to be around. They don't want to be around a good guy, because good guys are boring to women when they're in their prime, right? Now, let's get back to the video. Let's go. You see them? Look at them. They watching that money, bro. They plotting already, fam. You can't see? You can't see them plotting? Man. QUAVO is in the wrong place. But then again, he could have been in the right place because he knew what he was involved in. Trust and believe, fam. And look at this. Now check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Look at your boy Take. Your boy TAKEOFF is zoned out. Zoned out completely. Now, keep in mind, fam, you got to pay attention now.
I can block it. Let me block you. Let me put your phone up. I can block it. I can block it.
You see the camera guy again? Notice the guy with the red hat. Notice the guy with the red hat. Notice TAKEOFF. And notice the white guy, the cameraman. Again, we bringing out information, facts, details, right? Somebody else was filming them. Someone else was filming them low key, and they said something about bring down your phone. Listen to their voice carefully. You gotta listen to their voice.
Block you, let me put your phone up. I can block it. I can block it. Let me block you, let me put your phone up.
Somebody said block your phone. Block your phone. You see this? So somebody else, some females, was filming. Females are always filming, you brothers. They were filming, bro. But if you look at TAKEOFF's face, he was zoned out, bro. I'm telling you, man. They knew what they were doing to this brother, man. They got this brother high. They made him drink, and he's just sitting there zoned out. Look at the way his posture is, bro. He's like just kind of just zoned out, man. Like, it's sad.
Let me block you. Let me put your phone up.
Block your phone.
I can block it.
Wow.
Let me block you. Let me put your phone up.
You see the same camera guy right on the scene. Right on the scene. Sad situation, fam.
I can block it. I can block it. Let me block you. Let me put your phone up. I can block it. I can block it. Let me block you. Let me put your phone up.
She said block your phone because she ain't want them to notice. She ain't want nobody to notice that she's filming. You see that? So there's a lot of video footage out here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people were filming. Trust and believe. It's sad. Wow. And notice, you got the dude with the red hat. Supposed to be the entourage, right? So while everybody gambling, doing their thing, your boy TAKEOFF is just laying in the cut. You know what I mean? Just kind of chilling while they doing what they doing by the pool table. You know what I mean? Hey, only on Ringo TV Reactions. That's right. And it's sad, man. It's real sad. He's out of it, bro. You can't see? He's just kind of zoned out. He was wearing them shades the whole night. He was wearing them shades the whole night, man. He was zoned out. And see, here's the thing, fam. I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, like if you go out, you with a couple of people, couple of brothers and whatnot, and we notice that one of our partners is like either drunk, messed up. You know, we got to make sure we get you home. You know, we're gonna get you up on out of there, because it's like having you like that is not a good look. You know what I mean? Because anything could pop off. You can't have a man, you know what I'm saying, zoned out. It's just not cool. You know what I mean? He needed somebody to be watching over him right there. See, right where Takeoff was, he should have had 2 shooters right there with him. You know what I mean? So dude in the red hat should have had 2 burners on him. The white boy should have had a burner on him. You can't have the money bag just sitting there naked, bro. Like, seriously, you can't do that. I don't understand what cloth all these youngins today is cut from, but a lot of y'all don't know how to move. When somebody is the money bag and he the dude that's getting the bread, we gotta protect the money bag. He's the important guy. Matter of fact, he's the fucking president in our world. You know what I mean? We gotta be the Secret Service. That's how you cats gotta learn how to move. It's not about jealousy. It's not about envying your brother. If I know that Takeoff is the money man, then in my eye, he the president. He's the president. I'm able to eat because that man is getting that bread. I don't have to go to a 9-to-5 because Takeoff is getting that bread. So I got to do what I gotta do to protect this man. And that's how you gotta do it in the hood. If you a brother and you listening to me right now and you in the hood or wherever you at, and you got a brother that's doing his thing, he's getting bread, he's doing something productive, whether he's building a business, whatever it is he doing, rather than being jealous of that brother, learn how you can be a part of the business. If he need muscle, if he need, you know what I'm saying, some protection, if he need, you know, whatever he need, man, a driver, whatever the case, see where you can fit in. You know what I mean? Because when he blow up, you gonna blow up too. Learn to play your position, bro. You might not be the boss man in terms of the man getting the money bag, but still at the end of the day, we all respect each person that play their position. You know what I mean? Everybody have an important role. And in this situation, listen, they should have never left that man just like that, man. He needed protection all around him, man. It shouldn't have been that Migos bands with the only one with a burner, bro. That's weak. That's crazy. That's suicide. That whole room was full of ninjas. Full of ninjas to the max. Anything could have popped off. You know what I mean? They could have killed everybody in there that was a part of the Migos entourage, man. Because all of them dudes was there naked with bags of money, fam. Thinking that mob ties had them protected, fam. Come on, man. And see, this is why I'm saying that this is the blood sacrifice ritual and how everybody involved is a part of the cover-up. And people keep getting in their fee-fees about this, and I'm trying to keep, you know, give y'all the game about what's going on, man. This is real talk. Let's go. Look at your boy. He's out of it, man. He's out of it. Zoned out. You know? It's messed up, but hey. That's what happens. And I don't want to see that. Oh, they just watching the game. Nah. They're not just watching the game. He's zoned out, bro. And I don't know who the white boy is. I really don't know. But he was filming. He could be a possibly allegedly TMZ affiliate, allegedly, to just gather information. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. This is a mystery.
What does that mean to y'all to build this sort of like legacy of that standard of what you guys do?
You know what I'm saying? We've been doing it for 10 years. It's a blessing.
That's big.
You know, it's time to go even beyond to infinity, you know?
Infinity. 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 Doesn't that name ring a bell? Infinity. Infinity. Does that ring a bell, anybody? Go to infinity. I'm trying to read the chat to see if anybody. There you go. There you go. Tamara. Infinity chains. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It goes back to the organization they have with mob ties. Y'all got to put the pieces all together, man. This is deep. And see, QUAVO know what it is. That's why I keep holding him accountable. People keep getting mad at me. I understand how the music industry is, man. Let's go. Let's go. Listen carefully now.
It's time to go to the moon. It's time to go to the moon. It's time to go to the moon. It's time to go to the moon.
Notice that. I had to darken the screen to make you focus in on TAKEOFF, because in order to get to the moon, they're going to need a rocket. That's TAKEOFF. Listen carefully.
You know, that was the breakthrough. You ever seen a rocket, you know, and you're looking at it. You ever seen a rocket, you know, and you're looking at it.
You're looking at it. He pointed to TAKEOFF. See? And if you notice, anytime they have these interviews, QUAVO never allowed this brother to speak. He's always over-talking him. He's always over-talking this man. And the thing is, TAKEOFF is the mastermind behind the Migos. He the one who most likely probably write all the lyrics. He taught these guys how to rap. And the facts of the proof of this is in the 3-page letter that QUAVO read during the funeral, and the one he posted on his IG. In that letter, QUAVO made it very clear that it was TAKEOFF who pretty much taught him everything. He didn't even know how to rap. He didn't even want to do that. He was busy playing sports. So the mastermind behind the Migos is TAKEOFF. TAKEOFF is the official Migo. You understand? He never allowed the brother to speak, man. Seriously. Crystal said QUAVO constantly overtalks TAKEOFF in every interview. That's a fact. He never allowed a brother to just speak. And it's almost like he wanted to have all the control, like he the leader or something. You know what I mean? Like he the boss. And the thing is, you know, you got to give credit where credit is due. It was TAKEOFF who created the entire Migos flow, the rap, the style. He created it. Right? Let's get back to it because it gets very interesting, because this is the plot, fam. I need y'all all to pay attention. Let's go.
You ever seen a rocket, you know, and you're looking at it, looking at it, looking at it.
Wow.
And as it goes.
That's the rocket. That's the rocket right there. Rocket. That's the rocket right there.
That's the rocket right there. Now, you all know that when a space shuttle goes up, the rocket is responsible for getting it to lift off. And then when it reaches a certain altitude, a certain level in the atmosphere, it detached from the spacecraft, which means the rocket is no longer needed. The craft can now, you know, orbit into space on its own. And that is a part of the blood sacrifice rituals. QUAVO realized that they have reached to a certain level. They've been in the industry for 10 years. So now it's time to go to the next level. And he realized with the rocket, he was able to get there. With TAKEOFF, it allowed him to get there. And now he felt he don't need TAKEOFF anymore. I know that bothers a lot of you, but you got to listen. The music industry is dirty. I don't recommend no up-and-coming rapper, producer, musician, or anybody to go into the industry searching for a record deal. You don't need that in today's day. All you need is social media. With social media, you could become a multi-millionaire doing your craft. And you don't have to tell anybody about what you're making or how much money you got. Keep it to yourself, man. Stop being a show-off. Just do your thing, but you don't need the music industry. You don't. You got Spotify, you got YouTube, you got TikTok, Instagram. My goodness, fam. Just use your talents and be your own boss. Bars. You understand? Now let's get back to the tapes now. Let's go.
Rocket. That's a rocket right there. Rocket. That's a rocket right there. Rocket. That's a rocket right there. Rocket. That's a rocket right there.
See, the whole time, TAKEOFF knew. that everybody's talking about, that's the rocket right there. He felt uncomfortable, bro. I could look at the tape right now and tell that he felt uncomfortable with the way they were talking. It's like, yo, y'all trying to use me to get to that next level. That's what y'all doing, man. And if you know anything about the rocket, like I said, once that rocket gets you out of the Earth realm, it's no longer needed. It's going to detach itself from the spacecraft, the shuttle. The shuttle don't fly around with the rocket attached to it. It gets rid of it. They were already plotting during the interviews, fam. This is what I've been trying to break into these algorithms, and people keep ignoring the facts because they're emotional.
Rocket, that's a rocket right there.
And that's why they created the Rocket Foundation. I don't recommend anybody donate any money to that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. They had everything set up because they knew they were going to take this brother out, fam. They knew they were going to take this brother out. That's why they created that. And if I'm correct, that was created before this, before his demise. But they put it in honor of him. No, it's in honor of their pockets. Trust me, man. It's dirty in this game. It's dirty.
You know what I'm saying? It breaks those little parts off and then it keep going in the air.
Yeah. Notice he said it breaks those little parts off and it keeps going in the air. It breaks those little parts off and it keeps going in the air. Those little parts that it break off is takeoff. He's basically confessing that they're gonna break off from one another, fam. That's what he's saying. Notice the text on the screen. It's got going straight. See? He's trying to go straight to another area. That's why in the initial video when you saw them in 5th Ward, what happened when you saw Mike Prince and them at the car? He said, got a little straightening going on. Remember that? Got a little straightening going on. Remember the Migos song, Straightening? Remember that? What do you think they had going on that night, fam? They had a little straightening going on. They were plotting the whole time, fam. Y'all gotta focus on the facts.
They got going straight. We going past, you know what I'm saying? We already took you to Jupiter. Now we trying to go to Mars with this shit.
Yeah. They trying to go to Mars, fam. But the thing is, Takeoff wasn't supposed to go. They ain't have no plans on him going there. Only QUAVO planned to go there.
I mean, we can do so
maybe
much
another
more.
galaxy.
Notice how he just cut him off again. Notice how he just cut him off again. Or maybe another galaxy. Look at his face, fam. You don't see the ambition? He's focused on going to the next level. But he don't got plans for Takeoff to be there with him. Them two don't even look like a team while doing the interview. You understand? They don't look like they won in one accord as teammates in a group. Takeoff looked like, for all sense and purposes, man, Takeoff looked like a righteous man that believes in God while sitting there. He looked like a righteous man that followed the Bible. He's on the right path, and he don't want no part with no wickedness. But QUAVO looked like he's ambitious and he's on some other frequency at this point.
Yeah.
You ever travel light years, Elliot?
I love to, Quay.
And as it goes,
That's the rocket. That's the rocket right there.
you know what I'm saying? It breaks those little parts off and then it keep going in the air. So it got going straight.
You see the rocket? You see the craft? You see the rocket? That rocket is supposed to separate once it gets you. The rocket is supposed to get the craft, the shuttle, to where it needs to go. And then the shuttle now will pretty much fly on its own. The rocket is what gets the shuttle to the next level. That was the job of Takeoff. His job was to get Offset and QUAVO to the next level. And now they got rid of him, fam. I know that bothers a lot of you. But look at the separation that happened in the Migos. There was a separation. That's right. Offset felt that he got to a certain level and he decided to separate from the rest of the brothers. Y'all got to understand the facts. And now it's to the point where QUAVO is doing the same thing. And he did it. He separated. And now Takeoff is gone. They no longer need the rocket. They have reached a certain altitude into outer space.
We going past, you know what I'm saying? We already done took you to Jupiter. Now we trying to go to Mars with this shit.
Yeah, just mean we can do so much more.
You see the portal? You see the portal, ladies and gentlemen? You see the Stargate?
A galaxy.
Yeah.
You ever travel light years, Elliot?
I love to, Quay.
And as it goes.
You see the funeral? We talked about this in one of my streams. That was at the funeral, a Stargate. They had a Stargate on the stage at the funeral. This was after the blood sacrifice. I know a lot of you folks, you don't have no understanding of the rituals. You're oblivious to this. But that's a Stargate, that's a portal for the soul of Takeoff, for the sacrifice. That's right. Remember, Takeoff said, give me my flowers now. I want my flowers while I'm living. They gave him his flowers when he died. Look at all the flowers all around. They gave him the flowers after death. He said he wanted his flowers while he was living.
It's a rocket. That's a rocket right there.
You know what I'm saying? It breaks those little parts off and then it keep going in the air. Yeah. So it got going straight.
Break those little parts off. Once he said that, Takeoff felt some type of way. He felt some type of way. Look again. Look at the shuttle.
We going past.
You see the shuttle? You see the shuttle right there? That's the shuttle. This is the rocket. The rocket is responsible for the liftoff. That shuttle cannot get out of the atmosphere by itself. It needs the rocket. It needs it. And they needed Takeoff to have their career. If it wasn't for Takeoff, there would be no QUAVO, no Offset. Trust and believe. You understand? Takeoff is responsible for all these Migos guys. He's the one who made them. That's why he wanted his flowers while he was living, and they took him out.
You know what I'm saying? We already took you to Jupiter. Now we trying to go to Mars with this shit.
Yeah, just mean we can do so
maybe
much
another
more.
galaxy.
Yeah.
You ever travel light years, Elliot?
I love to, Quay.
They know I geek a lot. They don't know I keep a Glock.
Pay attention.
Ain't been no drought. Where they think I've been sleep a lot.
They think I've been sleep a lot.
They think I'm dumb.
They think I'm dumb.
They don't know I see the plot.
They don't know I see the plot. Only on Ringo TV Reactions will you find the best content on YouTube, hands down. Let's get them likes to 1,000, fam. We cooking. Let's go.
They think I'm dumb. They don't know I see the plot.
Wow.
They think I'm dumb. They don't know I see the plot.
Wow, wow, wow. They don't know I see the plot. They don't know. You see, the whole time, Takeoff seen the plot. He knew. He knew that QUAVO, Offset, he knew they were plotting. He knew the record company, Quality Control, was plotting. He knew that. He was the smartest guy in the Migos. You know, in the beginning of the case with Takeoff, I thought that, you know, maybe he had some sort of condition, some sort of health issues. People accused me of saying he was slow. And, you know, I had my thoughts. And then through the ordeal of the entire case, I grew to understand that Takeoff was a very intelligent young man. He was very smart. He wasn't slow. He wasn't dumb. He was actually brilliant. I watched a lot of his videos and I grew to get to know him, even though I don't know him personally, but I got to know the spirit behind Takeoff through all the videos that I've done thus far. And what I've learned is that he had a good spirit. He had a very good spirit. He was very given. He didn't like to beef. He didn't like to argue. But the ones who loved to argue and beef was always Offset and QUAVO. And within the Migos group, they had a lot of confrontations. A lot that they don't discuss. They don't talk about all those different things because Takeoff always remained quiet. He didn't air out none of their dirty laundry. Let's get back to the video.
Born to change the change. Fame came with the change. You born to change the change. Fame came with the change.
Listen to the lyrics, because we talked about this in the beginning.
You born to change the change. Fame came with the change. You get a strike for a stain. You bout to crack. 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 Such a lane. The umbrella out of the rose was color and know it came. Such a lane. The umbrella out of the rose was color and know it came. Such a lane. The umbrella out of the rose was color and know it came with the rain. No link with the rain. No link with the rain. No letterman. I've been a veteran. Do anything for a name. Letterman. I've been a veteran. Do anything for a name.
Let's get them likes up for that mix, fam. Come on now. Come on. You already done know what it is, fam. We provide you with the best. Let's get them likes up. Let's go.
When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. And when you step foot in that field, make sure you strap it, make sure you got aim. When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. And when you step foot in that field, make sure you strap it, make sure you got aim. When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. And when you step foot in that
When you get a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. Bars.
field, make sure you strap it, make sure you got aim. They shooting to live, I see some, they shooting for fame. They don't know that to get real, that's how you end up getting blown out your brain. They shooting to live, I see some, they shooting for fame. They don't know that to get real, that's how you end up getting blown out your brain.
Wow. People out there shooting for fame, he said.
The money, the cars, the change, and fame, I give up everything. To see my grandmother, to see my can pick up the drug and heal out of pain. Money, the cars, the change, and fame, I give up everything. To see my grandmother, to see my can pick up the drug and heal out of pain.
He said he would give up the money, the cars, and the fame to see his grandma, fam. So this guy have a lot of love for his grandma, and he said he would give up everything, man, to ease the pain, bro. See, a lot of you out there don't know about the amount of pain that Takeoff actually dealt with just being in the industry, bro. It's vicious in the industry, man. And he kept that in, and that's why he smoked, drank, did all of them different things, you know. And he said he would give it all up just to see his grandma, man, to show that his grandma was a powerful influence in his life.
I get you knocked off of earth, you play with my body, you play with my name. I put him up like he surfed, if he looking strange, I pop at his brain.
Wow.
I'm rocking a watch with no diamonds in it, it cost me a ticket, it's plain. I put baguettes in the paddock with time is it, and it cost me a rose insane. I don't post pics with sticks, and that's how them boys get framed. I've been the same since a jit, little bitch. When they see me, they say, the chamber. Born to change the change, fame came with the change.
What?
You born to change the change, fame came with the change.
Yeah.
You born to change the change,
Yeah.
fame came with the change.
Yeah.
You get a strike for a stain. You bout to crack, 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 you bout to crack.
Bars.
You bout to crack, you bout to crack, you bout to crack. Such a lane.
Yeah.
The umbrella out of the rose was colored and know it came. Such a lane. The umbrella out of the rose was colored and know it came. Such a lane. The umbrella out of the rose was colored and know it came with the rain. No link with the rain. No link with the rain. No letterman. I've been a veteran. Do anything for a name. Letterman. I've been a veteran. Do anything for a name.
Come on, man. He was the best Migo there is, man. You already done know that already, fam. Underrated. The #1 Migo in the group. Let's go.
When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. And when you step foot in that field, make sure you strap it, make sure you got aim.
Wow.
When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change.
Watch how your partners and everything change.
And when you step foot in that field, make sure you strap it, make sure you got aim. When you start getting a little change, watch how your partners and everything change. And when you step foot in that field, make sure you strap it, make sure you got aim.
When you step in that field, make sure that you strap and your partners have aim. Why Migo bands didn't have no aim? Why Migo bands didn't have no aim, bro? If you saw Clark putting bullets in this young man's head, why you ain't have no aim, fam? And you had the burner. Damn. That's crazy, bro. Your own people didn't even have no aim. They weren't even focused on helping you, fam.
They shooting to live. I see some, they shooting for fame.
He's seen some people shooting for fame.
They don't know that to get real. That's how you end up getting blown out your brain.
And that's exactly what happened to the brother, man. That's sad, bro. That is sad, bro. People out here shooting for fame. And this is where those blood sacrifices come in. And they took the young man out, fam, blew out his brains. Everything he rapped about in his song, man, came to pass on him, bro. That's sad, bro.
They shooting to live. I see some, they shooting for fame. They don't know that it get real. That's how you end up getting blown out your brain. The money, the car, the change, and fame. I give up everything. To see my grandma, to see my can pick up the drug, can't hear a lot of pain. Money, the car, the change, and fame. I give up everything. To see my grandma, to see my can pick up the drug, can't hear a lot of pain. I get you knocked off for
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. When I seen this performances right here, this particular one, you know what I'm saying? Like this particular performance did something to me, bro. Like it's almost as if though TAKEOFF knew. He knew what was on the menu for him. And while he was performing it, you can hear the passion in his voice. And if you listen to this, fam, check this out. If you go listen to the actual music video version, that would be considered trash compared to the actual performance. His live on stage performance sounds better than the record. It sounds better than the record. If you go, listen, I challenge you, listen to what you just heard, right? Find the original video, because I sped up the video for YouTube purposes, but listen to the original song, right? I'm talking about the music video version, and then listen to the performance that he did live and tell me which one sound better to you. The live performance sounds amazing. You hear the passion of what he's portraying in his voice. You know what I mean? TAKEOFF had the best voice, the best flow, and it's just sad. It's sad that we didn't get to see exactly where he was going to go. He didn't even make it to 30, man. Like, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy, man. So, hey, R.I.P. TAKEOFF, fam.
You play with my body, you play with my name. I put him up like he served. If you looking strange, I pop at his brain. I'm rocking a watch with no diamonds in it. It cost me a ticket, it's plain. I put baguettes in the paddock with time is it, and it cost me a rose insane. I don't post pics with sticks, and that's how them boys get framed.
He said, I don't post pics. I don't post pics with sticks. That's how them boys get framed. That's how them boys get framed. In other words, I'm not out here showing the blicky, because I ain't trying to get framed for anything, man. Those are bars, bro. Bars, man. Crazy. It's wild, man.
I've been the same since a jit, little bitch. When they see me, they say,
it's crazy, man. But yeah, man. They started that foundation, the Rocket Foundation. I don't recommend nobody send anything to that, bro. I can't trust none of them things, man. They had that set up before this man died, man. They trying to cash in off his death, man. It's sad. That's what they did, man. About in honor of, no. We ain't buying that, fam. If nobody ain't supporting TAKEOFF's justice, turn them off. A lot of these YouTubers, hey, they're not in support of TAKEOFF's justice, bro. From the beginning of this stream, everything that I've shared thus far is to highlight a lot of key information to bring people up to speed with what's going on, in hopes that we will gain some info about the dice game, the blood sacrifice, the key parties and players that are involved, what they can benefit, what's the motive. The motive is greed, money, power, being a boss, controlling everything. Because see, TAKEOFF, he was the rocket. He was the way that the Migos they needed him to get to the top. And for some odd reason, they must have felt we don't need him no more. And I know that's difficult for a lot of people because you don't want to accept it. But when you have an entourage of multiple ninjas and none of them supported you, none of them protected you, and after your death, none of them went to social media to talk about what they know regarding the death, it raises red flags, fam. And I cannot allow that to go unpunished. That's why I hold QUAVO accountable. R.I.P. TAKEOFF. I hold QUAVO accountable. Migos bands accountable. Everybody that was there. All his entourage. I hold all of you accountable. You were there, you said nothing, and you did nothing for this man's legacy. You did nothing. You got YouTubers like myself, Identical, and probably a few other legit brothers that have been putting in work. Haven't been bullshitting. Nobody been clickbaiting nobody. They've been official. But then you got a lot of bullshit channels on YouTube that all they do is exploit Takeoff's name for profit and subs.
You guys, I think Takeoff just quit the group.
Now you have to go back. You have to go to bathroom. You ass.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. If I go to jail with anybody, I'd love to go to jail with Takeoff.
Notice that. He said if I was to go to jail, I would go to jail with Takeoff. Why?
Takeoff ain't gonna say nothing.
He said Takeoff ain't gonna say nothing. That's why he would go to jail, because Takeoff wouldn't say nothing. See, there's a lot of stuff that happened at Quality Control that was dirty. And Takeoff never said nothing. He never brought it to the public. He just kind of kept it hushed. But I can guarantee you that QUAVO was plotting, Offset been plotting, all of them been plotting. Because I can guarantee you that your boy Takeoff was planning to go on a solo career. Allegedly. And he wanted out. And he didn't want to be down with nobody. He had his own plans. And they didn't like that. They didn't like that he wanted to be solo. No way. You better sign this contract. He ain't want to sign. And it's my personal belief that them going down there to the private party had to do with contracts and agreements dealing with music. Hey, come on to the party, man. Let's talk over that deal, man. Let's talk over that deal and see if, you brothers want to sign with us, man. You know what I'm saying? Sign with mob ties. You know what I mean? That's what I believe it was about. I don't believe it was anything else. And because he may not have want to agree, hey, they decided to check him out, bro. It's just that simple. It's cold, but that's how the world is in the industry. It's a very cold industry.
Time, just right in time for the end, Takeoff.
Excuse me, my bad, pardon me.
Notice he just got up like a boss and just went and go use the bathroom, and none of them could say anything. Nobody. Pierre couldn't say nothing. Offset couldn't say nothing. QUAVO couldn't say nothing. You know why? Because Takeoff is the Migos. He could do what the fuck he want to do. They had no control over telling him what he can and can't do. You understand? Ain't no telling what he was planning. Ain't no telling what he was trying to do to separate himself from all of the negativity. Remember, he made these songs. He made these things talking about, hey, I would give up everything to get with my grandma. You know what I mean? To see my grandma again. He was tired of the BS, man. Trust and believe. Wow. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing, fam. You see the portal? The Stargate? That's the Stargate right there. And notice how they had your boy Drake, Bieber, dressing in the black sheep coat during a funeral. Why? That's a part of the blood sacrifice, the black sheep. That's right. They had them dressed in the same coat. I have to illustrate this and point this out for you so that you can understand the real. He was the sacrifice. No matter how you see it, they had all of this plan, and Mob Ties was in the building because it is said, allegedly, that the Prince family allegedly paid for everything. That's right, allegedly. That he paid for everything. So if he paid for the whole spot, surely they're gonna get Drake in the building. And people in Atlanta was talking about it's a no-fly zone. Really? That's all cap. Because Mob Ties was up in the building. Let's go. It's crazy. Wow. You see it? The Stargate. The Stargate. Yep. A lot of things happen with them Stargates, man. You got to understand those rituals. It's very, very satanic. 6 pillars. See that? Positive post. Offset and QUAVO both reportedly want to focus on brotherhood and family. Now they want to focus on that? They didn't want to focus on that before. Why now after Takeoff dies? Come on, man. Y'all got to understand what the plot is, man. Takeoff knew about the plot. They thought that he sleep a lot. They think I'm dumb. Look at your boy, Offset. His first performance. Dude was out there performing, throwing money around, while Takeoff is in a box underground. He didn't even take off for 6 months. He just went right back to business, fam. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Wow. That's shocking, sad, but hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Wow. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get up on out of here. Appreciate everybody coming through to the stream. Shout out to everybody that been rocking with the platform. Ringo just rhyme. I don't even know if I did I? I don't know if I did or not, but shout out to everybody that support the streams, man. It is what it is. Right? Shout out to everybody that support via Cash App. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all your support. Without your support, I won't be able to keep the lights on, right? So I appreciate it. You know what I mean? All the love and support. I really do appreciate it. RIP. Takeoff. It's another one, another classic video. More truth, more information to bring out to you, the people. Sad situation, what's going on out here with the greed in the industry. These guys, man, they plotted on the brother. That's right, they did. It's crazy. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe today. Ringo TV Reactions. Subscribe to the channel today. This is the #1 reactionary channel on YouTube. There is no other YouTuber that goes in this thorough when it comes to reactionary videos to edify the masses. Ringo TV Reactions. Shout out to all the mods in the building. Shout out to all the mods, the members, all the fam, and everybody in the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate everybody coming through. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the energy alive. You know, that's what keeps me going, keeps me putting out good content with your encouragement. You know, that's how we do it, fam. So, shout out to everybody out there. RIP Takeoff. I'll catch you all in the next stream. I'm out. Peace. We out of here. Let's go.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and